Coach Dave, Shoji, Brittany, Hewitt, and Kanani Danielson. Coach, if you could start us off with some comments on tonight's game.
Well, we're happy to move on. We had a kind of a slow start, but I thought Northern Colorado played really well to start the match. They dug a few balls. They ran their offense. And so it was a little, I guess, nervous because we've had some slow starts, but we kind of settled in, and I think our serving bothered them enough to run them out of their offense. So once that started happening, I think we took control of the match.
Okay, questions?
Brittany, any sense of when that started happening with the serving?
No, I just think when our whole game started to pick up, our serving did. Yeah. Not much of an answer to that.
Northern Colorado kept it pretty close in the first two sets. What were they doing well to stay within distance of you guys?
Well, Arna was really hard to figure out. She hit. She has a lot of range, and so we couldn't get lined up on her right. If we got the block closed, she went inside the block. If we didn't close the block, she was going through the block. So I thought, and we knew that going in. We knew she was their best player, and we just had trouble. She's a good player.
Kanani, what do you have to do? What does your team have to do better tomorrow against Colorado State?
We need to be able to stay in the play from the beginning of the match to the end, because we seem to do well in the beginning. We're focused, and then when we have long rallies, that's when we kind of like dwindle off a little bit. But we're progressing with that. We're getting better. Especially with Colorado State, who has everybody who's ready to attack at any moment. We have to be on our game, like with that. Whatever's your assignment, you need to make sure you follow instructions all the way till the play is over. Because we seem to do that on serve receive, but throughout the play, during defense and regular transition, sometimes we fade out, and we just got to be better for tomorrow.
Brittany, what's the biggest difference between Colorado State and Northern Colorado, based on what you said?
Well, Colorado State's really big. From what I saw them do, like they have some really big hitters, good blockers, and they're really scrappy. So, Northern Colorado is a great team too, but I really haven't seen enough on Colorado State to know.
What about you, Dave? Can you give us an idea of the
Well,
biggest difference?
yeah, I was down at floor level. These guys were up, so maybe they couldn't figure out how big they were, but they are a huge team. They have two big-time left side hitters, which we've had trouble stopping all year. Setters really spreads it well. They set a little higher in the middle, which we're going to have time. We just got a lot of weapons, and they're very, very good. And I knew that from before the match, but I'm convinced of it now.
It looked like your weapons, a lot of them were on display tonight, and it kind of really seemed to tell that they've got one really good player who takes 37 swings, and you guys were able to do a lot of different things, and with a lot of different people contributing. Can you talk about how that has evolved from the beginning of the season, and maybe specifically?
Well, we've had a lot of weapons. I mean, we get production out of the middles. Chantil's been productive. And then we have Jane and Kanani taking a lot of swings on the left. So we have a lot of balance. Tomorrow's going to be different because we'll have to hit really smart. There's going to be big block in front of our hitters. Unlike tonight, tonight the blockers weren't as big. So we're going to have to really change our game and be faster and be smarter tomorrow night. Tonight was more of a just kind of over physical, Northern Colorado. We're not going to out-physical Colorado State.
Kanani, how big was winning the first set? It seemed to open the floodgates as the second set and third set.
Like any game, it's always nice to know that you won the first set. No team likes to come into the second set knowing that you're down 0-1. So knowing, everybody's fighting hard for that first win, and it keeps that pressure just a little bit, off for you, knowing that at least if something goes wrong in the second set, it's only 1-1 and it's not you're down 2-0. So it's, at least for us, we're just trying to win every set. We're not trying to base upon the first set, that's going to determine how we do well for the rest of the match. We just want to make sure that every set we are improving, taking care of business, and finishing, the job as soon as possible.
Any more questions?
One about Jane's serve. I think if I'm a player and opposing player and I see that for the first time, I might be intimidated just by the setup for it. And how effective was it tonight?
Well, she got 2 aces, but that's not really all you look at. You look at where the ball is being passed, and if we can get them to pass on the 3-meter line, that's a good serve in itself. So the serve looks intimidating, and sometimes it is, but we're really looking at where the other team passes the ball. But Jane's very productive on her serve.